Ladies and gentlemen, I want to begin with a question. What is the greatest battle you will ever fight? It is not the challenges in your life, not your circumstances, not your enemies. It is the battle in your mind. Everything you will ever become, every success you will ever achieve, every obstacle you will ever overcome will be determined by your mindset. The mind is the battlefield of life. If you win in your mind, you will win in life. If you are defeated in your mind, you will be defeated in life. That is why the most powerful weapon you have is not your hands, not your strength, not even your talent. It is your mind. Your mind is the birthplace of victory or defeat. Whatever controls your mind controls your life. The mind is the battlefield of life. The battles we face are not always external. More often than not, they begin within us. It's easy to look at the circumstances around us, our problems, challenges, failures, and believe they define our future. But what truly shapes your destiny is not what happens to you, it's how you respond to what happens. And that response starts with your mind. You see, life will throw all kinds of challenges your way, things you cannot control, circumstances that seem to overwhelm you. But the one thing no one can take away from you is your ability to control your thoughts. The mind is the one place where you still have authority, where you still have dominion. When you learn to control your thoughts, when you discipline your mind to think in a way that aligns with your purpose, you can face any challenge and turn it into an opportunity. The world is full of distractions, noise, and chaos trying to pull you in different directions. Yet the most successful people, the ones who have risen above the storms of life, are those who have mastered their minds. They understand that no matter how tough things get, no matter how many setbacks they experience, they have the power to choose how they respond. They have chosen to focus on what they can control: their thoughts, their actions, and their mindset. A person with a defeated mindset looks at a challenge and immediately sees a roadblock. They feel helpless and overwhelmed by the situation. They allow fear and doubt to take over, and those negative emotions drive their decisions. Their mindset keeps them locked in a cycle of failure and frustration. But a person with a victorious mindset sees that same challenge as an opportunity for growth. They don't see failure as something final. They see it as a lesson. They understand that every obstacle is just a stepping stone on the path to success. This is where the battle begins, in the way you think about your circumstances. If you allow negative thoughts to dominate your mind, you will feel defeated before you even begin. But when you learn to control your mind, when you fill it with empowering thoughts, you open the door to new possibilities. You begin to see solutions instead of problems. You begin to believe that you can rise above whatever challenges come your way. No one is immune to hardship. We all face difficulties, but it's how we process those difficulties that determines our outcome. A person who refuses to let their circumstances define them, a person who chooses to stay focused on their goals and purpose, is the one who will ultimately triumph. Your ability to conquer life's battles is directly tied to your mindset. Think about it. When you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing you tell yourself? Do you tell yourself that today will be another struggle, another challenge that you cannot overcome? Or do you tell yourself that today is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to move closer to your goals? How you begin your day, how you frame your thoughts from the moment you wake up, sets the tone for everything that follows. The truth is, your mind is a powerful force. It can either work for you or against you. When you consciously decide to take control of your thoughts, when you train yourself to think positively and align your mindset with your purpose, you are setting yourself up for victory. But when you allow your mind to be controlled by fear, doubt, and negativity, you are setting yourself up for defeat. You must take responsibility for your thoughts. You must recognize that no one can control your mind unless you allow it. The people around you, the circumstances you face, they cannot control your thoughts unless you give them permission to do so. That's why the most important battle you will ever fight is the battle within your own mind. When you master your mind, nothing can defeat you. Challenges become stepping stones, setbacks become lessons, and your vision becomes clearer. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You become unstoppable because you are no longer a slave to your circumstances. You are the master of your mind, and as a result, you are the master of your life. Remember, victory begins in your mind. If you can change the way you think, you can change the way you live. Your mind is the key to unlocking your future. So take control of it, guard it, and use it wisely. Because if you can win the battle in your mind, you can win the battle in life. Purpose gives you power. When you know why you are here, when you understand the reason for your existence, everything in life begins to make sense. Purpose isn't just about achieving goals or reaching success. It's about having something that fuels you, something that drives you to keep going, even when the road gets tough. Without purpose, life can feel like a never-ending cycle of confusion, frustration, and aimlessness. But when you have purpose, you have a force inside you that cannot be easily shaken. Too many people live their lives drifting, going from one day to the next without a clear understanding of their purpose. They work hard, they achieve things, but they do so without passion or fulfillment. They chase after things, success, wealth, recognition, but deep down they know something is missing. Purpose is the key that unlocks a life of meaning. It is the compass that guides you through the storms, the foundation that keeps you grounded no matter what challenges arise. When you know your purpose, you have clarity, you see the world through a different lens. Every decision you make, every action you take becomes aligned with your greater mission. You no longer waste time on things that don't matter because you know what truly matters. Purpose eliminates distractions and provides direction. You stop living for the approval of others and you start living for something bigger than yourself. And think about the great leaders, innovators, and change makers throughout history. They weren't successful because they had the most resources or the most advantages. They were successful because they had a clear sense of purpose. Their purpose was so powerful that it pushed them through setbacks, failures, and obstacles that would have stopped anyone else. They understood that no challenge was greater than their calling, no disappointment bigger than their mission. Their purpose gave them the strength to persevere and the courage to face the unknown. Purpose does not only give you strength, it gives you endurance. It makes you relentless. There will be times when life will throw challenges at you that seem insurmountable. You will face rejection, failure, and disappointment. But when you know your purpose, you understand that these things are not permanent. They are just obstacles in your path, not the end of your journey. Your purpose makes you resilient because you know that your vision is greater than any temporary setback. Without purpose, it's easy to become discouraged. It's easy to give up when things aren't going your way. But with purpose, even the most difficult moments become meaningful. You realize that you're not just fighting for today, you're fighting for a bigger vision. You're not just pushing through challenges for the sake of surviving. You're doing it because your purpose is worth it. Purpose gives your pain meaning, and it gives you the motivation to keep moving forward. One of the greatest misconceptions about purpose is that it's something you have to find. But the truth is, your purpose is already inside of you. It's something you're born with. It's woven into the very fabric of who you are. Your talents, your passions, your experiences, these are all clues to your purpose. The key is to stop looking for purpose outside of yourself and start looking within. You already have everything you need to fulfill your purpose. You just have to recognize it and take the necessary steps to walk in it. Purpose isn't always about grand gestures or monumental achievements. Sometimes it's about the small things. It's about being faithful in the little things, doing your best in whatever you're called to do, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem. Every action you take in alignment with your purpose brings you closer to fulfillment. When you're living in your purpose, even the mundane tasks become meaningful because you know they're part of a bigger plan. Purpose also provides clarity when making decisions. Life is full of choices, and the pressure to make the right one can be overwhelming. But when you know your purpose, decision-making becomes simpler. You can evaluate every opportunity, every challenge by asking yourself, does this align with my purpose? If it does, you move forward with confidence. If it doesn't, you walk away without hesitation. Purpose acts as a filter, helping you navigate through the noise and focus on what truly matters. Ultimately, purpose is what empowers you to live a life that is full of meaning and impact. It gives you the courage to take risks, the strength to endure hardship, and the wisdom to make the right choices. When you know your purpose, you can face anything. You become unstoppable because you know that you are living for something bigger than yourself. Purpose is the driving force that turns dreams into reality, obstacles into opportunities, and failures into stepping stones towards success. So find your purpose, live it. Let it be the foundation of everything you do. Because when you live with purpose, nothing can stop you. You have the power to overcome anything, achieve everything, and leave a legacy that will last beyond your lifetime. Resilience is the refusal to quit. Life is unpredictable, and it often tests us in ways we could never imagine. Challenges are inevitable. Setbacks will come, but resilience is the ability to bounce back, to rise after being knocked down, to keep going when it seems impossible, defines the difference between those who succeed and those who give up. It is the strength to continue when all odds are stacked against you, the mental and emotional stamina to persevere despite adversity. When life knocks you down, it's easy to stay down. It's easy to let disappointment, fear, and failure keep you trapped in a cycle of defeat. But resilience is what allows you to stand back up, even when the road ahead looks daunting. Resilience doesn't mean that you won't feel pain, that you won't experience frustration or disappointment. It means you choose not to let those feelings define you. It means you refuse to stay stuck and you keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. It's important to understand that resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you develop over time. Just like muscles grow stronger with consistent exercise, resilience grows stronger with each challenge you face and overcome. Every setback, every failure, every obstacle is an opportunity to build resilience. It's in the moments of hardship that we are tested, and it's in those moments that we can choose to either surrender or rise stronger than before. Resilience is about perspective. It's about how you look at the challenges in your life. A person with a resilient mindset doesn't see a failure as the end of the road. They see it as a lesson, a stepping stone, a necessary part of the journey. They understand that setbacks aren't signs of weakness, they are part of the process. In fact, they embrace failure because they know that failure isn't permanent. It's simply a detour that leads to greater growth. In every adversity, there is something valuable to be learned. Resilience allows you to see beyond the immediate discomfort and recognize the opportunity hidden within the challenge. It teaches you to adapt, to change course when necessary, and to never give up on your goal, no matter how far away it seems. Resilience doesn't mean being immune to pain. It means using that pain to fuel your growth. It means that every time you fall, you get back up stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. One of the most powerful qualities of resilience is that it keeps you moving forward even when you can't see the way. There will be times when you feel like you're walking in the dark, uncertain of the future, unsure of whether you'll ever reach your destination. But resilience is what enables you to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when the path ahead seems unclear. It's what keeps you going when you don't have all the answers, when you don't know exactly how you're going to make it through. It's that deep inner strength that tells you to keep moving, to keep believing, and to never give up on yourself. The truth is, you will face moments when giving up seems like the easier option. The challenges will seem too great, the pain too overwhelming, the obstacles too high. But resilience is a choice. It's the decision to keep going even when you want to stop. It's the determination to push through even when everything within you says to quit. Resilience doesn't allow you to be defined by your circumstances. It empowers you to define your circumstances. Think of the countless examples in life of people who overcame immense obstacles and persevered against all odds. From world leaders to everyday heroes, the stories of those who have succeeded despite hardship are filled with one common thread: resilience. They didn't succeed because the road was easy or the journey was smooth. They succeeded because they refused to be defeated. They refused to quit. They kept going, even when it seemed impossible. You may not be able to control the challenges life throws at you, but you can control your response to them. Resilience is about owning your response. It's about taking responsibility for how you handle adversity. When you face a setback, you can choose to dwell in self-pity, to get stuck in negative thinking, or you can choose to learn, grow, and move forward. The resilient person chooses to move forward. They focus on the solution, not the problem. They see challenges as opportunities, not roadblocks. It's also crucial to remember that resilience doesn't mean doing everything alone. Building resilience often involves seeking support, whether from family, friends, mentors, or professionals. Sometimes the most resilient thing you can do is reach out for help, to lean on others who can offer wisdom, encouragement, and strength. In the end, resilience is not about avoiding hardship, it's about embracing it, learning from it, and using it to become the best version of yourself. Life will test you, but with resilience, you can overcome anything. You will face challenges, but you will also rise from them stronger, more capable, and more determined than ever. Resilience is the refusal to quit, and that refusal is what leads to victory. Keep going, and no matter how many times you fall, remember, you have the strength to rise again. Vision sees beyond circumstances. Too often, we become so caught in our current reality that we forget to look ahead, to imagine the possibilities of what can be. It's easy to get discouraged when life is difficult, when things aren't going the way you want, or when it feels like everything around you is falling apart. But a person with vision is not limited by their present circumstances. They see beyond the now to the future that could be. Vision allows you to rise above your current challenges and begin to shape your future, not based on what is, but on what could be. When you have vision, you are no longer controlled by the present moment. You understand that what you are experiencing today does not define who you are or who you will become. Your present reality may be full of obstacles, pain, or confusion, but vision empowers you to look past that. Vision gives you a mental picture of where you are going, and that vision pulls you forward even when you can't yet see the full path ahead. It reminds you that every setback is temporary, and every challenge is part of the journey toward the future you are creating. Vision is a powerful force because it enables you to see opportunities where others only see problems. Most people are caught up in the chaos of their current situation, focusing only on the obstacles in front of them. But when you have vision, you begin to see the potential in every situation. You realize that every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to move closer to your purpose. Vision helps you to reframe your circumstances and see them not as hindrances, but as stepping stones toward your greater goal. Consider great leaders, innovators, and achievers throughout history. They were not defined by the challenges they faced. Instead, they were driven by a vision of what could be. They saw beyond the difficulties and setbacks and remained focused on their vision of success, impact, or change. They understood that the present moment, no matter how challenging, was just a small part of a much larger story. Vision allowed them to stay focused on the bigger picture and to keep moving forward, even when the journey was difficult. But having a vision isn't enough. You must also have the courage to pursue it. Vision alone does not guarantee success. It requires action, persistence, and commitment. It's not always easy to keep your eyes on the future when the present feels overwhelming, when doubts and fears creep in. But when you truly believe in your vision, when you are convinced that the future you see is worth pursuing, you develop the strength to keep going. Vision gives you the motivation to keep taking steps, even when the results aren't immediate, even when it feels like nothing is happening. It reminds you that your efforts today are shaping the future you want tomorrow. Vision also provides clarity in decision-making. When you have a clear vision of your future, it becomes easier to make choices that align with that vision. You no longer waste time or energy on things that don't move you closer to your goal. Every opportunity, every challenge, every decision is filtered through the lens of your vision. This clarity helps you stay focused even when distractions arise. You know what you're working toward, and that keeps you on track no matter what comes your way. But vision is not just about seeing a future for yourself. It's about seeing a future for the world around you. People with vision don't just think about their own success. They think about how their vision will impact others. They understand that their actions today will shape not only their future, but the future of their families, communities, and even the world. Vision motivates you to make a difference, to contribute to something greater than yourself, to leave a legacy that extends beyond your lifetime. One of the most powerful aspects of vision is that it allows you to see the unseen. It allows you to look at your current reality and believe in something better. It allows you to believe that no matter how impossible your situation seems right now, there is always room for growth, for improvement, and for progress. With vision, you don't see obstacles as permanent roadblocks, you see them as temporary challenges that can be overcome. Vision allows you to stay hopeful, to believe that the future is bright and that no circumstance or difficulty can permanently block your path. However, vision also requires patience. The journey from vision to reality is rarely immediate. There will be moments of doubt, moments when it feels like the dream you're chasing is out of reach. But vision helps you to stay grounded, to remember why you started, and to keep pushing forward, even when the results don't come right away. It's the long view, the understanding that the future you see is worth the effort, no matter how long it takes to get there. So whatever challenges you face today, remember that your current circumstances do not have to define you. Your vision is what defines you. What you see in your mind today is the reality you will live in tomorrow. When you choose to focus on your vision, when you allow it to pull you forward, nothing can stop you. Vision is the key that opens the door to a future full of possibilities, and it's the light that guides you through even the darkest times. Keep your eyes on the prize and know that every step you take today is one step closer to the future you've envisioned. Your mindset shapes your reality. Everything you experience in life is filtered through the way you think. The difference between success and failure, between progress and stagnation, is not just about talent, resources, or luck. It is about mindset. The way you see yourself, the way you interpret challenges, and the way you respond to difficulties all stem from the condition of your mind. If your mind is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, then your life will reflect those things. But if your mind is trained to see possibilities, to focus on solutions, and to believe in greater things, then your life will move in that direction. Many people live in defeat, not because life has been unfair to them, but because their own thinking has trapped them in a cycle of limitation. They believe they are stuck because of their background, their failures, or their circumstances. But nothing in life has the power to control you unless you allow it. Your mind is the gatekeeper of your destiny, and whatever controls your thoughts will ultimately control your life. Your reality is not determined by what happens to you. It is determined by how you perceive and respond to what happens to you. Two people can go through the same situation and come out with completely different outcomes, simply because of how they think. One person sees a challenge as a dead end, while another sees it as an opportunity. One person allows failure to define them, while another uses it as a lesson to grow. It is not the event itself that matters most. It is the mindset you bring into the event that determines the outcome. A negative mindset is like a prison. It keeps you locked in fear, doubt, and insecurity. It makes you believe that you are powerless, that you cannot change, that life will always be the same. But the moment you shift your mindset, the moment you choose to see challenges differently, everything begins to change. You start to realize that limitations only exist in the mind. And once you break free from those limitations, you step into a world of endless possibilities. A strong, positive mindset does not mean that life will be easy. It does not mean you won't face difficulties. But it does mean that no matter what comes your way, you will have the power to rise above it. You will not be controlled by fear. You will not be defeated by failure. Instead, you will see every challenge as an opportunity to grow, every obstacle as a stepping stone to something greater. Your mindset determines the way you handle failure. People with a weak mindset see failure as the end. They allow one mistake, one rejection, one setback to stop them from moving forward. But those with a strong mindset understand that failure is part of the process. They know that every great achievement comes with its share of challenges. They refuse to let temporary setbacks define them because their minds are already fixed on the bigger picture. The key to shaping your mindset is guarding what you allow into your mind. Your thoughts are shaped by what you listen to, what you read, and who you surround yourself with. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, with fear, with voices that tell you what you cannot do, then your life will follow that pattern. But if you fill your mind with wisdom, with inspiration, with truth, then your life will reflect those things. The mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in, it will grow. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, you will harvest a life filled with struggle and frustration. But if you plant seeds of confidence, determination, and vision, you will harvest a life of purpose and achievement. You must be intentional about what you allow to take root in your mind. When you change the way you think, you change the way you live. You stop seeing obstacles as barriers and start seeing them as challenges to overcome. You stop focusing on what is missing and start focusing on what is possible. You stop making excuses and start taking action. You realize that the power to shape your future is already within you, and all you need to do is align your mindset with the life you want to create. Nothing in life will change until your mindset changes. You can have all the talent, all the resources, all the opportunities, but if your mindset is not right, none of it will matter. The greatest battle you will ever fight is in your own mind, and once you win that battle, nothing can stop you. So take control of your thoughts. Train your mind to focus on what is possible. Refuse to let fear dictate your decisions. Choose to see challenges as opportunities. Because when you master your mindset, you master your life. And when you master your life, nothing can stand in your way. Action is the bridge between vision and reality. It is not enough to dream, to hope, or to desire something greater at some point. You must take action. Too many people live their lives waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for all the conditions to be just right before they move. They believe that success will come when they feel ready, when circumstances align in their favor, or when someone gives them an opportunity. But the truth is, life does not reward those who wait, it rewards those who act. Nothing changes until you take the first step. You can have the most powerful vision, the strongest mindset, and the deepest sense of purpose. But without action, none of it will come to life. The greatest ideas in the world remain ideas if no one acts on them. The most talented individuals remain unseen if they never take a step forward. The most well-prepared plans remain meaningless if they are never put into motion. Action is what separates those who merely dream from those who accomplish great things. Many people hesitate to take action because they fear failure. They worry about making mistakes, about not being good enough, about what others will think if they fail. But action requires courage, and courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to move forward despite fear. Every great achievement in history was accomplished by someone who was willing to take a risk, someone who was willing to step out in faith, even when they were uncertain of the outcome. They understood that failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of success. Waiting for the perfect conditions will keep you stuck forever. The perfect moment will never come. There will always be uncertainty, always be challenges, always be reasons to delay. But those who accomplish great things understand that progress is more important than perfection. They don't wait until everything is lined up perfectly before they begin. They start where they are, with what they have, and they improve along the way. They understand that movement creates momentum, and once they begin, things start to align in ways they never expected. Action also builds confidence. Many people think they need confidence before they act, but the truth is, confidence comes from action. When you take steps forward, when you push past fear, when you see yourself making progress, your confidence grows. You begin to realize that you are capable of more than you thought. You start to trust yourself, to believe in your abilities, and to see that you are not limited by the fears and doubts that once held you back. Taking action does not mean you will always succeed on the first attempt. In fact, most of the time you won't. But success is not about never failing, it is about never giving up. Every time you take action, even if it doesn't work out the way you planned, you learn something. You grow. You refine your approach. And eventually, if you keep going, you will break through. One of the biggest traps people fall into is overthinking. They analyze, they strategize, but they never take the first step. They convince themselves that they need more time, more knowledge, more preparation. But overthinking leads to paralysis. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of inaction. The only way to break free from that cycle is to act. Even small steps are better than no steps at all. Even imperfect action is better than waiting indefinitely. Action also creates opportunities. When you move forward, when you take initiative, doors begin to open that you never expected. People notice, resources appear. The right connections come into your life, but none of these things happen while you are sitting still. The moment you take action, you activate a chain reaction of events that propel you forward. Discipline is key to sustained action. Motivation may get you started, but discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation fades. There will be days when you don't feel like taking action, when the excitement wears off, when the obstacles feel overwhelming. But disciplined people don't rely on feelings, they rely on commitment. They understand that action must be consistent, that success is built through daily effort, through showing up even when it's hard, through doing what needs to be done, regardless of emotions. The world does not move for those who sit and wait. It moves for those who take bold steps, who refuse to be passive, who understand that action is the key to unlocking their potential. Your future is not waiting for you to think about it. It is waiting for you to act on it. Your success is not in what you plan to do one day. It is in what you are willing to do today. The difference between those who live a life of regret and those who live a life of fulfillment is simple. One group hesitates and the other acts. So take the step. Do not wait for permission, for perfection, or for the right time. The right time is now. Move forward with faith, with courage, with determination, and know that every step you take brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. Your mind is the battlefield where victory is won or lost. The strength of your mindset, the depth of your vision, the power of resilience, and the courage to take action, these are the forces that determine whether you rise above challenges or are defeated by them. Life will test you. Obstacles will come. There will be moments when fear whispers that you are not enough, when failure tries to convince you to stop. But the truth is, you were created with the capacity to overcome, to rise, to conquer anything that stands in your way. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are the architect of your future. The mindset you develop today will shape the life you live tomorrow. The vision you hold will guide you through uncertainty. The resilience you build will help you endure even the hardest seasons. The discipline you cultivate will keep you moving when motivation fades. And above all, the action you take will be the bridge between where you are now and where you are meant to be. No challenge is greater than the power within you. No failure is final unless you stop trying. No dream is too big if you are willing to do the work. The only limits that exist are the ones you refuse to break. You have everything you need to develop a mindset that can defeat anything. Now, it's time to believe it, to live it, and to walk in it. So go forward with confidence. Face every challenge with determination. Build a mindset that refuses to quit, that sees beyond obstacles, that takes bold action despite fear. Because when you do, absolutely nothing can stand in your way. Good luck on your journey. Stay strong, stay focused, and never stop growing. Thank you.